Organize your classroom so that it is very clear for the students with everything for the week posted in one post. For example, notes, instructions, tasks, video links, assignments, everything in the same place under a topic so that they can find it easily. So I'm going to click on a new page that I've created, and it's called English LS9. You don't have to put your initial there, it's just that the teacher's changed. So the only thing we're going to look at now is the stream, which is highlighted with the green line underneath it, and classwork. So if I click on classwork, it will also be highlighted with the green line underneath it. I'm going to start with stream. Stream is really like a notice board. So if you have an instruction for them that isn't really related to their week's work, you could put it under the stream. So for example, you can see what I've given them. I've said, please always use the following code for Google Meet. LS9_ENG_JMH. So that's just an administrative notice that I'm giving them. Please don't give task instructions in the stream. So in other words, don't put your please read pages 10 to 15 in your textbook. And then in the classroom, you give them an assignment related to that, because then it's disjointed. So all work should be under classwork. And here you have a few options. You can create assignments, you can use topics to organize your classwork, and you can order your work. So we're going to have a look at creating assignments, using topics, and ordering your work. Now, if I create, it's going to give me the option of assignment, quiz, etc. I'm going to choose assignment. And this makes it much easier for me to track all their work and all the notes. Everything for the week will be in one place. So I'm going to start off with the week. This is going to be week 29 of 2020. And the topic is poetry. And we're going to look at form and literary devices, and they may not know the term. It's a Cambridge term, and they may know figures of speech. So I'm just going to put that there for them, figures of speech. Make it as simple as possible. Right, now our topic is poetry. Now poetry is specified in the syllabus, and it's in the pace setter that's also on the classroom. So that's my topic. I'm going to go across to the right hand side. Here under topic, I'm going to create a topic, and I'm going to call it poetry. Poetry, which links directly to the syllabus and to the pace setter. I'm going to give them a task. It won't be 100 marks. I'll come back later and I'll adjust that. And I'm going to make the due date the 17th, Friday the 17th. I'm not going to worry about a time. All right, now the instructions. I'm going to tell them, first of all, this week we will be looking at a variety of poetry forms, and it's revising, because they've done this before, revising literary devices. So I'm telling them this is the overview for the week. Now, I've got before class. In fact, I'd like to give it a space, so it's before class. And I've got a little note to myself here because I copied it down. I just want to see what I wrote here in my notes. Before class, they're going to do that. So, before class, you are going to Paste. Are you going to paste? No, it's not going to paste. So let me go back here. Just try once more. Copy and see if it will do it. Paste. Yeah. So before class, the first thing you're going to do, listen to the reading of the poem McKenzie while following in the attached notes. Excuse me. Both files are below, making it very, very clear for them. Right, then the next thing, I'm just going to quickly have a look again. I had another one before class, complete these tasks. So, 2. Complete tasks 1, 2, and 3 in the attached notes. So I'm making it very, very clear what they have to do before class. Then I think the next thing is actually during class. We have a quick look. Yes, I've got that. Okay, now I'm going to put during class. 1. We will discuss form and literary devices in class, and we will look at examples. Then the last thing is homework. So for homework, let me check what I had. I had complete those tasks. So homework, complete task for homework. Use the attached Google Doc for your answers. Okay, so I've got the stream or the chronological order of what they're going to do. First of all, I give them an overview. This week we're going to look at poetry. Then I say before class, you've got to listen to the reading of the poem McKenzie while following in the attached notes. Complete tasks 1, 2, and 3 in the attached notes. During class, we will discuss form and literary devices in class. We will look at examples. And your homework, complete tasks 4, 5, and 6 for homework. Use the attached Google Doc for your answers. Now, what I need to do, I need to now add my resources. So I'm going to add the links. And I'm going to quickly go back here and have a look. Okay, this is the one, copy, add link. That's the one that they've got to, a tiger is one that we're going to be looking at in class because McKenzie is the one that they've got to look at. Then I'm going to add another link, and I'm quickly going to where I put it, and it was this one here. Copy, and I'm going to add it, add link. Okay, that's another one we're going to use in class. And then I've got other resources that I have to use as well. The instructions for the week, and I want to continue adding the resources. I've already added 2 links to videos. The one, The Tiger, is a poem that they're going to be doing. The other one is a resource I'm going to use in class, Ballad of the Green Berets, which is a poem in a song form, and that we'll discuss in class. Right, I need to now add my other resources. So I need to add my notes, and that's going to be a file which I have somewhere. I've just got to go to where I keep it, and this is my folder, English, LS9, poetry, and there is the green dots, which actually should include this one as well. These are the resources I'm going to be using. So these are the notes. I want to include that one. So I'm going to just drag it there, and I'm going to upload it. And once that's uploaded, those are the notes that I've made for them. Once that's uploaded, I'm also going to include a scan of their textbook because I believe not all of them have textbooks, which is quite ridiculous. But anyway, I'm going to add, and that's also going to be a file. And once again, I am going to my folder with the poetry notes. There we are. That is the Tiger poem and the work or rather the tasks in the textbook. I'm going to drag that there, and I'm going to add more files. I'm going to add that audio. Let me go back to, no, that's not going to work. I'm just going to do this one first, upload. And then I'm going to go back, another file, and it's going to be McCavity. So that is a recording that I made. I'm going to include that one as well. They're going to listen to that while they read the poem. Upload. All right, so I've uploaded 3 files from my computer, and there are 2 PDFs and 1 audio file, as well as 2 links to YouTube. These are the ones I've just uploaded, my notes, the page from the textbook, and the audio file. And now I've got something that I need to add from my Google Drive, which is the worksheet that they're going to use. So I'm going to do another add, and it will be a link. And I'm just going to my drive. In my drive, you can see here, poetry tasks, form and devices. I've actually got it open here. There it is, just to show you. It's a poetry task. I made this in a Google Doc. It's worth 40 marks. Okay, I can go and change my marks now. And put your name, before class do this, before class do this. This is the exercise, before class do that. Homework, after your lesson, do this, and do that, and do that, and that's it. Right, so I want to get this link. So I'm going to go share, and I'm going to copy the link. Down here, I'm going to copy the link, and then I'm going to go back to my classroom, and I'm going to add the link. Add the link. There we are. So I have now, there's a Google Doc there, and this is the one where I want to fill in all their answers. Now you can see how students can view file. If I click on that, it says make a copy for each student, and that's exactly what I want to do. So when they open that up, each one has a copy, they type their name in, and they complete the task. So I'm going to do that, and now I think I've got everything. I've got to change that to 40. Just delete it and add 40. And I said Friday 17th. And it's under poetry. Let's just double check. Listen to the reading of the poem while following the attached notes. So there's the poem and the poetry. The poem is there. Complete tasks 1 and 2 and 3. Use the Google Doc for your answers. So I've told them where they've got to put their answers. And homework, McCavity and the tiger. We've got McCavity audio there, and McCavity poem is in the notes. So we've got that. And then finally complete these tasks, McCavity and the tiger. And the rest of the notes that they need are here in their textbook. So that's it then. So I'm not going to assign it right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save it as a draft. So I'm going to, or I can schedule it actually. So I can either save it as a draft or I could schedule. And I'm going to schedule that for Monday. No, actually I'll schedule it for tomorrow. So I'm going to schedule it for the 12th. Let's not wake them up early. Let's make it 10 a.m. and I'm going to schedule it. And then what will happen, it will release at 10 tomorrow and they will know exactly what's coming up. Obviously at the moment I don't have any students in here. I'll have to add them. So I'm going to add them, and once I've added them, then that will release so they will get it. Okay, so in your classwork, you have your week's work. There it is. It tells them what they must do before, what they must do during, and what their homework is. And then obviously they're going to submit it via the classroom.